Hey, I'm Dan, the training guy over here at Loxo, with a quick look at the talent intelligence workflow. Okay, so why is the talent intelligence workflow so important and transformative for your team? Well, it lets you work on more searches at once. You'll get more done faster and have more phone screens with the best candidates. This workflow typically makes recruiting teams on average 500% more efficient and generates 2 to 5 times more placements per year. This workflow will supercharge your team. It's the Loxo playbook, and it's the one best way to recruit. So, how does it work? Well, as you already know, 90% of outbound recruiting is spent on candidate sourcing and candidate engagement. The talent intelligence workflow leverages AI to handle the majority of the manual processes that go into outbound recruiting, cutting that time in half, if not more. This means that your team will have more time to do what they do best, having conversations with qualified candidates. And this is how you'll make 2 to 5 times more placements every year. The talent intelligence workflow happens in 5 steps. Step 1, add a job or a new search assignment. Step 2, source potential candidates into a long list. Step 3, carefully review the long list and then shortlist the best fit candidates. Step 4, engage candidates with outbound outreach campaigns. And Step 5, track responses and manage candidates. The first step is to create a job. Click Add and enter basic job information like the job title, the hiring company, and location. After the job is created, go to the job pipeline. You'll see no candidates in the pipeline at this point as it's brand new. The second step in the workflow is to source candidates. Click Add Candidates to view an automatically generated list of ranked candidates drawn from our global database of 1.2 billion candidates, as well as your own internal database, giving you the total addressable talent pool. This truly is a game changer and really is the holy grail of candidate sourcing. This is the only place you'll ever have to source from. You'll never have to go anywhere else. It's all right here. We have the LinkedIn data as well as more than 100 other data sources, plus your internal database at your fingertips. Nobody else in the industry can do this. Also note that our AI bots will rank the candidates in order of best fit. Automated candidate matching and ranking is far more efficient and accurate than your team running a Boolean string and then applying a series of filters and then manually screening out candidates page by page. Notice the no, maybe, and yes buttons to the right. If you think the candidate could be a good fit, click Maybe, and that candidate will be automatically moved into the long list column of the job pipeline. If you feel the candidate is a definite good fit for the job, click Yes, and they will be shortlisted in the job pipeline automatically. Note that any candidates drawn from your internal database will have a gold star next to their name to make it easy for you to identify. And one best practice: go through the first page of 25 candidates and decide if the results have been good. If not, fine-tune the results by entering must-have items in a Boolean string. You can also apply custom field filtering from your own database as needed. Another best practice: try to source at least 300 target candidates for each job, or search the candidates in your long list stage of the job pipeline for good matches. Setting this benchmark goal of 300 target candidates per job will help ensure that you have identified the total addressable talent pool of qualified candidates who are potential options for each position, and it will almost guarantee a successful placement with a much more efficient workflow. One final best practice when sourcing candidates with Loxo is to use our Loxo Chrome extension when you're over at LinkedIn or GitHub or Indeed or Career Builder or any number of other websites. When you find an excellent candidate, use the Loxo Chrome extension to pull that person into your Loxo database of people and source them for the job. The third step in the workflow is to methodically evaluate all of the candidates in the long list column and move the best fit candidates into the shortlist column in preparation for outreach engagement efforts, which will come next. The fourth step of the workflow is outbound outreach. On the job pipeline at the outbound stage, click the three-dot button and choose Auto Add to Campaign. Click Choose a Campaign. You can either use a template that has been pre-built, or you can use Loxo Outreach GPT to automatically build the campaign for you. Click Continue. Loxo's proprietary AI and knowledge graph will integrate with the LLM, the large language model, to build out the campaign stages for you, one by one, using the job information you've provided, such as the job title, the hiring company, and the job description. You'll have the ability to fully edit and personalize each of the campaign stages so that they look and read exactly as you want before you actually save and finalize the campaign that you will use. Once you've added an automated outreach campaign and attached it to the outbound stage of the job pipeline, you'll see the Auto Add to Campaign icon display at the top. Anytime you drag a candidate into the outbound stage of the job pipeline, they will be automatically added to that outreach campaign, and the campaign will be triggered to start communicating with that candidate. This outreach engagement automation will save your team hundreds, if not thousands of hours of time each year, and the donkey work drudgery that most recruiters are doing now. Remember as well that you can always engage the very best fit candidates one at a time on their profile pages using the easy one-click communication tools that you have at your fingertips. Send a quick email, make an outbound phone call, or text them from here. Also keep in mind that if you highlight more than one person in the People tab, or if you highlight more than one person in the job pipeline, you can quickly fire off a bulk email or a bulk text message to engage them. The fifth step in the workflow is to track the responses you get back from the outreach efforts and then the managing of the candidates as they move through their journey using the Loxo ATS job pipeline. Drag and drop candidates from one stage to another based on the responses you're getting, and in this way you'll be able to quickly get your head around where all of your best fit candidates are in the process. Ultimately, everyone in the pipeline will either be screened out, rejected, or hired. You can then focus on what you do best, having conversations with candidates. This workflow will utterly transform your recruiting team. You'll work many more searches at the same time. You'll get more done faster with less chaos. And most importantly, you'll have more quality phone screens with the best fit candidates, the ones who are actually interested in the job. On average, this workflow increases team efficiency by 500%, and you'll make 2 to 5 times more placements each year. That is the talent intelligence workflow.